and Chuck Martin.
Back to another Mobile Commerce Minute. According to Flurry, I'm a mobile addict. I admit it. They also say we are using more apps more often. What does this mean?
Well, the Flurry Analytics just came out with this monster survey based on looking at data from 500,000 apps across 1.3 billion devices, and they found that on average, consumer launches an app on average 10 times a day. So that's what they consider the sort of the norm, if you will. But if you look at when I looked at all the numbers together, there were last year there's 639 million of these regular users, those who use apps fewer than 16 times a day, and there were 362 million heavy users, those who use more than 16 a day. The gap then was 277 million people. So keep that, 277 million people. Today, that number is a difference of only 168 million, and now we've got 784, sorry about so many numbers, 784 million normal regular users and 616 million heavy users. So the usage of apps, the higher usage of apps is going up like by a lot, and we're getting to a point where it's almost going to be a 50-50 split, where you've got half the people using 16 or fewer than 16 apps a day, and the other half using more, sometimes way more, like 60 times in the course of a day. And it's going to be interesting because both sides of that market have to be served by a retailer.
What kind of apps are people using the most? Is it the standard apps, the social networks, the email, the messaging, or are there anomalies here?
Well, we don't know because they didn't do those kinds of details, but we do know that from a shopping standpoint, we know that everybody is using their phones to shop in one way or another. So it's only logical to conclude, or at least to hypothesize, that a lot of the apps are being used in the course of the shopping activity. Not necessarily the transaction, but certainly the research. And what this means for retailers is a lot of retailers from a commerce standpoint have found most people doing commerce on their mobile website, much to their dismay. This may be really good news for them because if more consumers using apps, they obviously can deliver more value and more facility inside the app than they can through a mobile website.
So in this round of apps versus mobile web, point for the apps?
Yeah, point for the apps, yeah, right.